What's going on YouTube? The Creative Investor here. Now there's a lot to go over in this video, but the main point is CCIV currently a buy at $35? Now, keep this in mind, nothing in this video is a recommendation to buy or sell anything. If you are unaware, contact a financial advisor for your own personal finance situation. But before we jump into it, hit the like button and subscribe for me. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm to push these videos out to more people. And hit me down below with a comment on your opinion on CCIV. I would love to hear your guys' comments down below. I respond to every comment, so do that, please. First things first, I want to go over a video of Lucid Motors CEO on CNBC breaking down a lot of their plans for the future, their growth prospects going ahead, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to stick around and be in one of these corners, and we're going to go over with a little bit of commentary this video on CNBC. So I'm going to give commentary when I feel like it is important for you guys to take specific note of something, but I'm going to start the video now, try to talk as least as possible. Forgive me if I do talk a lot though, because there is a lot to point out in this interview.
As the competition in the electric vehicle industry heats up with a possible entry by Apple, Lucid Motors, well, it's one of the EV startups that has garnered a great deal of attention. We're very happy to have Lucid CEO Peter Rawlinson join us now to discuss the industry overall. Peter, good to have you. You know, where is Lucid's place going to be in this industry, given a potential entrant from Apple years from now, but more specifically, Tesla, obviously, GM committing so much to the industry, Ford, and even the luxury automakers in Europe as well starting to ramp things up. Where does your company fit in?
Well, you see our very first vehicle, the Lucid Air, in the background behind me, and we're aiming initially, unashamedly, at the luxury space. Luxury cars are dominated by the grande marques, Mercedes, Audi, BMW, Porsche, and they all have one thing in common. They're all gasoline. So there isn't an electric luxury car available in the market. That's our first position. But progressively, we'll make cars more affordable and we'll increase our volume accordingly.
You are going to start rather small, of course. I think it's annual capacity, the first phase of 34,000 units. You expect to produce 6,000 to 7,000 units this year. Is that correct? And we're talking about where the starting price for that vehicle around $70,000
this year is.
That's absolutely right. The Air starts around 70,000, goes right up to 161,500 for the Dream Edition, the model we're going to start with. Fantastic car. And we've already built our first phase of our factory in Arizona, which is good for 34,000 units. But that site ultimately will be capable of producing 400,000 cars a year when we implement phase 4 with our 6-year plan.
When is phase 4 coming?
Mid-2020s.
Mid-2020. So it's a 6-year plan.
Yeah.
Costs a lot of money to do that. We had Yasser Al-Rumayyan on from the PIF last week discussing, of course, in part their investment, one of your significant holders. Do you have access to capital that you need in order to actually pull off all those phases?
We do indeed. And the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia have been great strategic partners. This is much more than a financial arrangement. This is a long-term strategic partnership. You're absolutely right. This is a capital-intensive business. But we've taken the approach we need to be vertically integrated. There is no substitute for having in-house manufacturing and an in-house retail experience. So we're having our manufacturing in-house and all our studios, our retail studios, and we've already opened 6 of those right across the U.S.
So that means they want to build everything
Peter, Jim Cramer, as we talk, I'm exploring the idea of reserving with a credit card the Air Dream Edition, $161,000. Why am I doing that? Because it's available summer of 2021. How many other people are reserving their various Lucid Airs right now? And can you give me a sense of the demand each day?
Well, it's overwhelming, Jim, and I'm really glad you have impeccable taste, sir. We have a bulging order book. It's growing daily as people are becoming much more aware of us as a company, as a brand. We were pretty silent. We were in almost stealth mode until our global reveal just last September. I like the car to do the talking, and, you know, it's going to be an amazing product when it comes out this year.
But what do we do? I know you work with Elon Musk. You've got a cordial relationship with him. This is 517 miles projected range, 800 horsepower. Obviously, that's 0 to 60. I don't know, in 2 seconds. What makes me want to pay this much more than a Tesla? Everybody loves Tesla, don't they? I mean, high consumer satisfaction, that kind of thing.
You're absolutely right. I mean, Tesla's done an amazing job, and that's what's placed it in its preeminent position. But Tesla recognizes this is a technology play. This is a technology race. That's why Tesla enjoys such a high market cap. And I'm really disappointed that the traditional auto industry hasn't really taken up that baton and really compete with Tesla at the top table. Now, our car is competing overtly in the luxury space against the likes of Mercedes-Benz. So I don't really see us as a direct competitor as Tesla in the product.
They are.
But it is a very valid comparison to compare us with Tesla in terms of our technology. And in a sense, Lucid is a very similar position to where Tesla was 10 years ago. Tesla had the tech. The other entries didn't. And we see today a whole phalanx of startups in the EV space. They don't have the in-house technology. That's what differentiates Lucid. In-house technology, world-class electric vehicle tech.
Right. Well, all right, just give me a quick example of what that means. What is that?
Well, the core metric is efficiency. It's not range per se, because anyone can stuff a whole load of batteries in a car and achieve great range. I could double the size of the battery pack, double the range of the car, couldn't I? And that's pretty dumb. I'd call that dumb range. What really matters, the most telling metric of where any electric car company is today, there's a single metric, and that is efficiency. How far can I go per kilowatt hour? And we can go well over 4 miles per kilowatt hour. This is world-class technology here in the US. Lucid's going to take the tech to the next level. That is our mission.
That was interesting. So we need to talk about really what was in that video and break down a little bit more about what he was saying. So Lucid Motors CEO, he said that they plan to deliver 6,000 to 7,000 vehicles this year. Now that is well below what people I think were expecting. Nonetheless though, it is a decent first start. I mean, you really have to start somewhere. It's okay to start somewhere. Every company has to start somewhere. But I think Lucid's main focus should be, instead of opening these showcases and all this, that it's obviously Lucid owned. They don't want a third party subsidize anything. I think that's a real big mistake, going for show houses as they called it, basically dealerships, Lucid dealerships, rather than upgrade the factory and expand that quicker. If they could go from 34,000 vehicles a year max capacity in their facility like they do now to 400,000 vehicles max capacity by 2022, mid 2022, late 2022, early 2023, rather than 2026, 2025, that would be much better, because I think you're going to have a problem when it comes to this company of high demand, low supply. So that kind of bodes well with their higher prices as far as supply and demand is concerned, but I just don't see it as a road to fast profitability or mass scaling. That's where I think they lack. I think in shortest terms, they should focus less on the showrooms. At least outsource the car dealership parts. Let the car dealership sell the cars. You focus on building your factory out, and maybe in the meantime get some investment capital and build another factory. That's where I think they are really, really, really lacking in this area. Also, Lucid Motors CEO, he said they currently have 6 showrooms for Lucid cars in Florida and California. Now, it just sounds to me, I don't have the numbers, but it sounds to me like they are putting a lot of capital into the presentation of these vehicles, which is important if you're trying to build a brand recognition. But I think the cars, like he said, the cars will speak for themselves. regardless who sells them or where you buy them at. However the case is, the car is going to speak for itself. Word of mouth will get around. You just have to focus on cars. They should have 24/7 building and assembling and all that, expanding on their factory in Arizona. Now that is the biggest thing they need to worry about. They have 6 showrooms, and it feels like to me, if you want a Lucid car, it's going to be a very long time until you can get one. I don't think it'll be summer of this year. I think we're looking at more of spring of 2022. Another big problem I have with this, guys, along the lines of manufacturing, the 6,000 to 7,000 cars that are supposed to be delivered this year. I know if you're an average person or even above average, but you're not multimillionaire status, you're not going to have time to wait around if something happened to your main driver. You're not going to have time to wait months or a year to get this vehicle. You're going to really want it, and you wish you could, but you're going to have to get something to drive. And I fear that would be Tesla. So if you're investing in Tesla, that is probably a positive. I don't think Lucid Motors is a negative to Tesla. There's always going to be room for all of them, because EV vehicles only do account for 2% of the total car sales worldwide. So that is a very small amount. There's room for everybody to grow at this point. But as far as buying CCIV at $35, if you had $500, I would put $200 in right now, and then I would wait until a merger deal is confirmed. Now, if a deal does get confirmed, I would probably throw the rest of the $300 in immediately after the deal has been announced. And let's get this straight too. They are in talks for a deal. We just got confirmation last trading day, so Friday, that they are in talks of a deal, but they said a deal is not imminent. So that means that they're going to have to talk and work some of the kinks out. But odds are the deal will go through. Now, if the deal does not go through, I will be looking for the next SPAC that will make the deal happen. And I feel like it could be one of Chamath's SPACs, because he has 5 of them right now. 2 of them are merging into companies already. So he's got about 3 of them left that still need mergers. So that's always a possibility, and that's what I'm really watching out for in case anything switches with CCIV. I want to be one of the first to it, if not the first to it. That'd be wonderful. So I'm going to keep you guys up to date. Anything else I find, I will be sure to make a video and keep you guys informed. If you like this kind of content and you appreciate all the hard work that goes into this, hit the like button and the subscribe for me again, and hit me down in the comments what you think about this video if you made it to the end and my thesis behind it. So again, I do think CCIV is a buy, but a not all-in buy. You know, this thing could go back to $10 or it could go to $100. It's really hard to tell right now. So I would not YOLO everything into it, but I would nibble at it. I would buy probably 25% of your whole capital, or 30%, but probably not much more than that before it's confirmed, like I said. So if you do appreciate that, big thumbs up and subscribe. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys being around, sticking around for this whole video, and I will see you guys in the next one. So peace out.